Are all vinyl windows the same? Absolutely not. I think it's important to remember that a responsible manufacturer in any field, in any industry, a responsible manufacturer needs to make a profit to stay in business. A profit's responsibility to their customers and to their employees. And so in the window manufacturing business, it's not unique. For a window manufacturer to maintain a profitable business, they either need to ask for a responsible price or they need to cut the cost of productions so they can go to market with a lower price. And so when I say that, there are different types of vinyl windows to where you do have manufacturers and dealers and contractors that play in that realm of only price.
Correct.
Because that's the easiest way to sell, least resistance. Homeowners don't want to spend this kind of money on a replacement window. I can give you one that's kind of cheap. You get what you pay for. I think when you look at the different types of vinyl windows that are out there, what's the most important thing you could look at is a manufacturer's warranty. Because a manufacturer's warranty is nothing more than a written declaration of the level of confidence that they have in their own product. And so if you have a lot of exclusions or limitations or brevity of coverage somewhere in that warranty, that says volumes about how much confidence that they have in their own product. If the manufacturer themselves doesn't have confidence in them, then why should you as a consumer? So I think that's the first thing to look at.
I agree, 100% agree. And if you look at, from my knowledge and my experience in the window industry, that warranty, every different, we talked about our different materials used. If you look at the warranty on the different materials and you look at the warranty, we break the warranty down into 3 parts. Can you talk about those parts? You know where I'm going with this? You got part of that warranty which covers the frame and moving parts.
Okay, yeah.
You have part of that warranty that covers the glass or the internal.
The common configuration of warranties, they cover the main frame, they cover the hardware, and they cover the glass. And those are the 3 primary, that you're thinking?
Yep, and for example, for a long time you had a great window if you had like a 10-20-10 warranty. It was 10 on the frame and moving parts. It was 20 on the glass, which was 20-year guarantee on the glass for the argon gas fill, and then 20 from what I've read up on it and what we sell is you got 10-year warranty on the actual frame material or the screen frame material. Okay, so what I learned when I went to the glass manufacturers is a lot of people don't understand when they build windows, all types of windows, all brands, all types of windows. Glass comes from only a few different locations in the country,
right,
in the world.
There's 4 primary manufacturers.
4 primary glass manufacturers. A lot of times, especially throughout history, those IG units, we call them IG units, were made by those manufacturers and then sold to the window manufacturers who built windows around them. That center part of that warranty would come from the glass manufacturer, not the window manufacturer.
Right.
When I visited one of those glass manufacturers at that time, 7 years ago, that glass pack had a lifetime warranty, and the warranty was carried by that glass manufacturer, and there was only a handful, 2, I believe, or 3 window companies that had that lifetime warranty on that glass pack, and it was only in a polyfoam filled, structurally reinforced vinyl window.
Okay.
And when I talked and asked about it, it had to meet those requirements from the glass manufacturer to get that lifetime warranty. Polyfoam filled, vinyl, structurally reinforced.
And what you said right there, those are 3 important things we talk about. So we talk about the different types of vinyl windows that are out there. The first thing you said is polyurethane, or insulated or polyurethane injected.
Injected, yes.
Injected, not inserted.
Not inserted,
because
injected.
there's polystyrene insulation and there's polyurethane insulation. Polystyrene and polyurethane are completely different products. Polyurethane is a CFC-free product that's it's resistant to moisture, so it won't absorb the moisture in there. When you got polystyrene, that will absorb moisture. And when you talk about vinyl windows, they have the chambers inside. When you look at the cross section of a vinyl window mainframe, and let's say you cut that in half, there are what they call chambers in there. And that's really for structural integrity of the window. But also it's marketed as being an insulative value to the window. Well, that's a misnomer, because when you look at those chambers and they're not insulated and they're not filled with polyurethane insulation, the moment that window is installed, you're boring a hole through those chambers and they're no longer encapsulated. So you're creating a convection effect within the chamber of the mainframe. So the polyurethane injected ones add stability to the mainframe, and also every facet that goes through there is is actually encompassed by that, but the polyurethane insulation.
Right.
And the other thing you talked about as far as a reinforced vinyl. Vinyl will expand and contract. It does have movement to it, but when you have like a fiberglass or a composite reinforced window, that gives it strength and stability. And so when you have that, you're not putting stress on that insulated glass unit, and that's why they're extending the warranty to that as well. Am I right?
Yep, you're 100% correct. When you take that same glass pack, again, I'll just finish with saying you take that same glass pack that is lifetime warranted in a vinyl window, structurally reinforced, polyfoam filled, and you put it in a wood frame, 20-year warranty.
Right.
Why? Wood expands, contracts rapidly, okay, and seals get broken. Fiberglass, at that time, and I honestly couldn't tell you at this time, but at that time, fiberglass, you get a 20-year warranty on the IG. So the glass manufacturer only gave a lifetime warranty on a vinyl window. So when it comes down to choosing the right product outside of price, you can take a very expensive window in one line of product, but when you're looking at the energy efficiency in this expensive window and this different product, we'll say wood or fiberglass, the energy efficiency comes from the glass, comes from how the window is put together,
right,
the air infiltration rating, and then you compare them side by side. The highest energy efficiency you're going to get is in a vinyl product out of the more expensive products.
Right.
So energy costs or energy efficiency much higher. Air infiltration ratings, don't even get me started. Air infiltration ratings, if you're going to get an Energy Star certified home, so you have Energy Star certified refrigerators, you have Energy Star certified appliances, televisions. You can find a builder who's been Energy Star licensed or certified as a builder. He's building very tight envelope homes. To earn an Energy Star rating in one of those homes, you have to use a vinyl window product. And when it comes down to it, it has nothing to do with glass. It has nothing to do with glass. It has to do with air infiltration rating. And an air infiltration rating, again, and you can go to the testing and describe the testing, but when they put that under testing, it's how much air transfers through the frame around the sashes and everything else. Vinyl is going to have the lowest test results, which is the best. You want to get at or below 0.3, and vinyl is blowing everybody away when it comes to air infiltration.
When you just talk about air infiltration, it used to be on the NFRC label that comes on a window, it would tell you the exact air infiltration. And air infiltration rate is the square footage, the cubic feet of air per square foot of window area that will travel through a closed and locked window assembly per minute.
Yeah.
So when you say 0.3, which is the minimum amount for Energy Star, that's 0.3 cubic feet of air per minute per square foot of window area. And it's extremely important. And so how they do that testing is that they have a window in the testing facility that's mounted on the wall, much like in your home, and then they blast a constant 25-mile-an-hour wind on the outside of the home. Now I know in some areas we get much more wind than that, but that's what they tested at as a consistency.
It's wind tunnel.
And then, correct. And then when they measure that, how much wind comes on the inside. Air infiltration is a very underrated, yet it's very important characteristic of energy efficiency of the entire window assembly. Unfortunately, a few years back, those big dollar window manufacturers that are out there, and they'll stay unnamed, but everybody knows the name of them, actually went and influenced that to where the labeling on the windows wasn't specific, it just meant 0.30 or below. A 0.30 air infiltration is not good.
No, not at all.
It's, in fact, the windows in some people's homes are already at a 0.30. You're not getting into advantage. And so I think that's one of the things that people need to be aware of. If they can get the actual air infiltration of the window they're investing in, that's important.
Your furnace is going to kick, and you can touch base on this. Your furnace is going to recondition the air more frequently, the more air infiltration your windows allow into the house.
Exactly.
And so
air infiltration rate, just think about how many times a day the air in your home will exchange out. That's the best way to look at it.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I mean, that's all I was going to say.
Okay. So the less air you have traveling, the more, if you replace all your windows in your house with a high quality window with a low air infiltration rating, the less your furnace is going to work. That's where you start seeing the economical benefits from lowering your energy bills. So you're going to go from the house kicking over, we'll say your furnace is kicking over, I don't know how old your furnace is, but if it kicks over currently, once an hour, and it drops to, the right windows, you could drop that in half.